Oh, nah. Yeah. That's good. Start right there. Yeah, that's good.
This is Revelation chapter 19, verse 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, white horse. And he that sat upon him was called faithful and true.
The white horse represents what? Huh? Speak up.
Well, really, that chariot, you know, so like the pure power, you know,
it represents power. Yep. The chariot represents power. Well, speak up. That noise over there. Bob Kushar, speak up. Go ahead.
It said, and I saw heaven open, and behold, white horse. And he that sat upon him was called faithful and true.
So John the Revelator had a vision. He saw, right? He saw this power in the heavens. And then he said, him that sat upon it was called what? Faithful and true. Go ahead.
And in righteousness he does judge and make war.
Who is this talking about?
Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh Shah. All right? How do we know that's talking about Yahweh Shah? Where did the Lord say he committed all judgment? Who did he commit all judgment to? Give me a precept. Give me the precept. Bob Kushar.
This is John chapter 5 and verse 22. And it says for the Father judgeth no man.
The Father judges no man,
but have committed all judgment unto the Son.
He had committed all. That's the key. He committed all judgment to the Son. All right? So that let us know who it's talking about. Yahweh Shah, King, Lord, and Savior. The King of Kings and Lord of Lords. He's the one that John the Revelator saw. Let's go back now.
This is back in Revelation chapter 19, verse 12. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns.
It said he saw his eyes, and his eyes was a flame of fire. Does that sound like he happy?
Nope.
All right, okay. I never seen a man that was happy that had red eyes. Go ahead.
And on his head were many crowns, and he had a name written.
All right. So what were the crowns? What were the crowns?
Basically, all of the rulerships that
that's the rulership of the other nations.
Yeah.
That's the kingdoms that he's going to take.
Yeah.
All right. So John the Revelator saw this great power. He opened. He saw the Lord cracking the clouds with the chariot in the host of heaven. All right. And he had conquered all of these kingdoms on the planet Earth. He had all their crowns. Okay. And he said he had a name. Go ahead.
He said, and he had a name written that no man knew, but he himself.
All right, now let's get that word name right there, Kodash.
This is Strong's G3686, and it says anoma, and that's the word for name, and it goes into the name.
Read all of it.
Okay. All right. Name or proper names. The name is used for everything.
It said a name of proper names, right?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yep, and it says the name is used for everything which the name covers.
Now, the name is used for everything which the name covers. Mm-hmm. Give me Psalms. Give me Psalms, what's that, 138? What does the name cover? So you gotta, when you go into these scriptures, you gotta ask the questions. What is it really talking about? Okay? What it said the name is used for everything that the name covers. What does the name cover? Let's go.
This is Psalms chapter 138, verse 2. I will worship toward thy holy temple and praise thy name for thy love and kindness and for thy truth For thou hast magnified thy word above all thy name.
See? His word. The name is what his word stands on. His name and his word go hand in hand. But he puts his word above his name. Okay? So when it talks about and prophesies of the coming of our Lord, the prophets told us how the Lord was going to come, the fashion and how he was going to come. And it talked about those that were going to be saved through his name. Okay? So salvation has to come through his name. So can you get salvation just because you know his name? Think about it. Can you get salvation just because you know his name?
No.
What you gotta know? You gotta know his word. You gotta know his word. What is his word? His power. His word is his power. Give me Psalms 33. His word is his power. Give me Psalms 33. Start at 4.
This is Psalms chapter 33, verse 4.
Okay.
For the word of the Lord is right, and all his works are done in truth.
Read it again.
This is Psalms chapter 33, verse 4. For the word of the Lord is right, and all his works are done in truth.
Go ahead.
He loves righteousness and judgment.
He what?
He loves righteousness.
He loves righteousness
and judgment.
And judgment. That's why we got this book. So that we can know it. So we can know his righteousness and we can know his judgment. Go ahead.
The earth is full of his goodness of the Lord.
It's full of it. The earth is full of the Lord's judgment. Unfortunately, give me 2 Corinthians 15 and 34. Real quick. You stay there.
All right.
15 and 34. Might be 2 Corinthians. Read that verse again while they get it.
This is Psalms chapter 33, verse 5. He loveth righteousness and judgment. The earth is full of his goodness of the Lord.
Go ahead.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 34, and it reads, awake to righteousness.
Awake to what?
Awake to righteousness.
Awake to what?
Awake to righteousness.
The earth is full of his judgments. Awake to righteousness.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It says, awake to righteousness and sin not. For some have not the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Some have not the knowledge. Though the earth is full of the Lord's judgments, there's a whole lot of people that don't know his judgment. Yep. They haven't awakened to righteousness. What did Revelation 19 say? He had a name written which no man knew but he himself. But guess what's a part of him? All those that know his judgment. Go ahead, bro.
Yep, and finishing up, and it says, and sin not.
Because everybody that knows his judgment when he comes to judge the earth are going to be redeemed out of this destruction that he's going to bring. They're going to escape the wrath and the indignation that he's going to bring. They're going to be with him because they have that power. He's going to share that power with his elect. Go ahead.
This is Psalms 96 and 13. Before the Lord Yahweh, for he cometh to judge the earth. He should judge the world with righteousness and the people with his truth.
That's it. That's it. So everybody that doesn't understand the righteousness, all right, the judgment of the Heavenly Father, everybody that's not a part of this truth, they're not a part of that name. They're not a part of that power. Okay? Go back and finish Psalms 33 and 6. Who had Psalms 33? You did? Okay. Finish that and then go back to Revelation.
It's back at Psalms chapter 33, verse 6. By the word of the Lord were the heavens made.
By the word of the Lord were the heavens made. We know the word is who? Yahweh Shai. How did Yahweh Shai come into existence?
Lord spoke him into
The Lord just spoke. The Lord spoke his son into existence. That's what he did. He just, you know.
Why he known as the only begotten.
That's why he's known as the only begotten. And then when he spoke Yahweh Shai to existence, Yahweh Shai manifested, and all of the Lord's righteousness that he wanted to have done, he gave it to Yahweh Shai. He committed all judgment to the Son. You got it, bro. But here's the thing, before you keep going. He also gave Yahweh Shai offices. He gave him a body. He gave him the elect, brothers. Okay? So when you read in the beginning, when the heavens were actually created, that's why that word for God there is plural with powers. Alahayim. Powers. He created this earth with powers. He's going to judge this earth with powers. He's going to redeem all of those that fell from that power back to himself. That's the name. That's going into the name which no man knew but he himself. Not his actual name, Yahweh Shai, because the elect know that name. But if you want to go into it that way, right, the elect is the body of Yahweh Shai. They're his councilmen. They're his counsel. It's just like a law firm. A law firm has a name. What's the name of that law firm usually? What's the name of a law firm usually?
That's probably like one person name.
Cochran firm.
Yeah,
Let's put it together. The Cochran firm.
Yeah, but it's different.
Now, was Johnny Cochran the only lawyer at the Cochran firm?
No.
Art imitates life. Yahweh Shai's life. The earth is filled with his judgment. All you gotta do is look around and pay attention, goddammit. Wake up. Go ahead, bro.
This is back in Psalms, chapter 33, verse 6. By the word of the Lord were the heavens made, and all the host of them by the breath of his mouth. He gathered the waters of the sea together as in heap. He laid up the depth of the storehouse.
That was it. That was the point. Verse 6 was the point. Go ahead, on what you had.
Yeah, this is Acts chapter 4 and verse 12, going back to that name. This is Acts 4 and 12. I let this pass down. This is Acts chapter 4 verse 12. It says, neither is there salvation in any other.
Hey, start from 11.
All right, this is Acts 4 and 11. This is the stone which was set at naught of you builders, which has become the head of the corner.
What was stones used for in the ancient world? Name something that stones was used for in the ancient world.
Architect, builder.
No, judgment.
That ain't what I'm looking for, though. What was stones used for? Huh? Judgment. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Let's not speak up. Come on, man. Let's go.
And it says, which the builders.
Hey, if I can say, that's why there's no fear in the earth now. You know what I'm saying? Because if judgment was going on back in the ancient time with the stones, then there'd be a lot of examples that was set forth for people not to do the wickedness.
Yeah.
Do the evil, because they'll see the, you know what I'm saying, the harsh punishment of the which is the judgment we have about Shema Shai. And here it is in your mind, you be like, shit, I don't want to be in that position. You know what I'm saying? So that's what kept people from breaking the law, man, going on. All right, the judgment that you have received for that. That's an ancient custom, man. And it still go down in the Middle East. They still be stoning people, man, even to this day. All right?
Another thing, too, stones were used for building. Stones were used for judgment. But one and the same, whenever you build something, you have to use judgment for the measurements. You have to use judgment for the materials. Okay? So Yahweh Shai represents judgment. When they say this is the stone that the builders rejected, this is the judgment that they rejected. You rejected your whole shop. How you gonna reject the one that the Lord committed all judgment to and think you're gonna get away with it?
Yeah, the chief cornerstone.
The chief cornerstone, the chief judge. Go ahead. Y'all good. Y'all can continue.
And it says, Acts 4:12, neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved.
All right, so now let's go back to that word name in the blue letter. Let's go back to that word name.
Come back in the blue letter. This is Strong's G 3686, and it goes into anoma. And
Pick back up where you left off.
all right. And it says the name is used for everything which the name covers, everything the thought or feeling of which.
So in other words, when you read that scripture, you gotta be spiritual.
Yep.
Everything that the name covers. Go ahead.
It says
Don't be trying to read that scripture and interpret it literal.
Yeah.
Get through. Go ahead.
Yep. And it says everything the thought or feeling of which is aroused in the mind by mentioning, hearing, remembering the name for one's rank, authority.
For what?
For one's rank.
That's what we wanted. For one's rank,
authority, interest, pleasure, command, excellences, deeds.
Where is that? Where is that in the script? Where is that in the scriptures? All of that is in the scriptures. Okay? So the Lord, he has a power that no man on earth has but he himself. We read Isaiah 47, it said he's not going to meet thee as a man. When he come back, he going to show you what he mean by that power. He going to make an example, man. Look up the word rank in the etymology.
Can I get this quick precept?
Go ahead, though. Go ahead, Doc.
This is Sirach 16 and 18. Behold, the heaven and the heaven of heavens, the deep and the earth, are all that therein
Bobby
is.
Kushab, start giving me one. I wanted to get that too. That's beautiful. Get the verse above that.
Alright. This is Sirach 16 and 17.
Go ahead.
Say not thou, I will hide myself from the Lord.
Yeah, say not that I will hide myself from the Lord. You know? Because these elites, that's exactly what they got planned. And even Jake, you know, running rapid in the earth doing wickedness, he thinks that his deeds are being unaccounted for. And he thinks he's getting away with his wickedness. Go ahead.
Say not thou, I will hide myself from the Lord. Shall any remember me from above? I should not be remembered among so many people. For what is my soul among such an infinite number of creatures?
Right. And that's what, like, you know, these jakes that sleep out here, that's like a mindset that they've adopted. You know, I ain't know, you know, what the Lord wanted with me. I ain't nobody, you know. But every soul, it say, every knee shall bow, and every tongue confess.
Yep.
Now you tell me, what king on the earth had everybody on the planet Earth bend knee unto them? What king? Name one. You can't name one. Because whose glory is that?
Yahweh Shai.
That's Yahweh Shai's glory.
We see Esau trying to do it, but he can't.
That's what he's trying to accomplish.
With his image, his new world order.
The New World Order. And that chip is his means of doing it. He's using the Lord's method to bring souls up. The Lord brings affliction, right? He brings trials and tribulation. Really, the Lord will bring chaos in your life, man. Okay? To get you to turn to righteousness.
He did say that. He said, I come to put a sword, variance, father against son.
Yep.
That's the Lord. He doing all this, man.
That's
It's Yahweh
right.
Shai.
That's
You
right.
got it out.
That's it. Y'all got it.
Verse 18. It said, hey, like Nebuchadnezzar, the three holy children, they ain't bow down to that statue.
Yup.
It said the sound of the music, you gotta bow down and worship.
Yup.
This is Sirach 16.
And the Lord set us up to be subject to these powers, but there's a line that, matter of fact, what Sirach 17 and 17 says is, You want to get it? Yeah.
It said, damn, what?
Get straight to the point. Go ahead. We got time. Let's
Hey,
go.
15, it said, their ways are ever before him. It should not be hid from his eyes. Every man from his youth.
That's the spirit, because we just talking about how Jacob think they can hide from the Most High.
Yeah.
Right? Read it again, because the noise came through.
It says, Sirach 17 and 15, their ways are ever before him. It should not be hid from his eyes. Every man from his youth is given to evil. Neither could they make to themselves fleshly hearts for stoning. For in the division of the nations.
Right, because there ain't nothing we can do to keep ourselves from the sinful nature of this flesh.
Right.
The Lord made us subject unto vanity. So, in other words, this is a stumbling block, right? Which I was looking at the reprobate spiritual life lesson teachings, trying to demonize the men that taught them the very name. Now you come on, you say all praises to your heart by Shem Shah by Shem Kakadash, but then your lesson is GMS worship Satan. Right. Well, who taught you? So the same thing that taught you how to say Yahweh Shem Shah by Shem Kakadash, you call it Satan. So who you worship? Just show you the hypocrisy and the idiocracy of certain men within Israel at this point. Right? Now, when you deal with, read that part again. The last part you just read.
It said, neither could they make to themselves fleshly hearts for stoning.
When you deal with sin, everybody has a flesh that's subject unto it because that's how the Lord made you, right? But ultimately, within that flesh, the way to escape that the Lord gave you is a mind towards his righteousness. He set up a program. All right, I'm going to give you this bullshit ass body. You're going to want to do wicked ass shit, but I'm going to give you the mind to overcome it. But no matter, as long as you're in that body, that's going to be the continual battle. That's going to be the chaos. That's going to be your cross. Right? Go ahead, finish.
17. For in the division of the nations of the whole earth, he set a ruler over every people.
Go ahead.
But Israel is the Lord's portion.
So, in other words, the Lord did set up these nations to rule over his people. The only one that rules over his people is him. Yet he has set the foundations of the earth and these different kings in positions of power. Allowed them to come up with different rules, regulations, legislation. Gave them the ability to govern. Government goes into mind control. But the Lord said, you're not going to control the minds of my people. See? So there's a certain level of submission that we must give to these nations. Particularly Esau Edom, because he's the chief of nations right now, right? He said, don't run the stop sign, don't run the stop sign. He said, wear your seatbelt, wear your seatbelt. If he tell you, you can sleep with a man like you can sleep with a woman, whoa, boy. Whoa. W-O-E. You trying to get me fucked up.
The apostle, like, we have to obey the Most High.
You have to obey the Most High
Rather than man.
rather than men. And it's important that you go into that word rather. You got something? You got something? Go ahead, bro. Go back to you finish Sirach 16 and 16. Yeah, go back, finish that, and you got it, Kudash.
Back in Sirach 16 and 18.
Yeah, 18, Salah.
It said, behold.
Now this is the power that the Lord's gonna come with. Go ahead, imagine this.
Sirach 16 and 18. I got it. This is Sirach 16 and verse 18. Help me out, God. Behold, the heaven and the heaven of heavens,
Behold, the heaven and the heaven of heavens.
the deep in the earth.
What's the heaven of heavens?
The heaven of heavens.
Huh?
Spiritual realm.
Where the Lord is right now, right? So the heavens of heavens will be where the Lord is right now. The heaven and the heavens of heavens. What's going to happen?
The deep in the earth,
The deep in the earth
and all that therein is,
and all that's in the earth
should be moved when he should visit.
Yeah.
we're going to move when he's busy. Now, who you ever know? You see that? That ain't shit. When the Lord comes, he going to fall off that motherfucker.
He gonna die on it.
He gonna die on it.
Yeah.
What? You gonna say, oh! I'm gonna be like Black Man. Hey, see them imps? That's power. That's power. That's imp. The Lord gonna drown all that shit out.
But guess what though? We ain't moving. Ain't nobody moving right now.
That's spiritual. Yeah.
That's how you know the spirit is working. You know what I'm saying? Satan sitting in his rider street, man.
That's
the
it,
spirit,
man.
though, man.
Yup. Hey, we're going right back to that Joel. You gonna get back into it though.
Yeah, and that was the whole point.
You got it, huh?
You got it back. You got it back.
I'm gonna read 19.
You got it back.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And to a bunch of you coming with that fire. All right, and his chariots like a whirlwind.
Yeah.
All right, because he coming to render his anger, which is the judgment.
Right.
You see that? And that's what's going to make the earth rock to and fro, man. All right, it speaks like a drunken. You know? But go ahead,
Verse 19. Hey, hold that prayer happen. So verse 16 and verse 19. The mountains also and foundations of the earth be shaken with trembling when the Lord looketh upon them.
That's good spirit and mental.
And you made a reference. Nah, it's like I couldn't hear you. It's like I didn't know you speaking. Go ahead.
Yeah, because when you say, man's heart better than for fear, all right, because that's mentally, man, because people going to be knowing that they messed up. You know, while they yet had liberty, they probably been seeking Yahweh Shah, man. But what? They chose the Babylon way, man. All right, and guess what? They're going to cause them to regret. You see that? So they're going to be shaking in the mind, and also, all right, the thermonuclear missiles.
Hey, if you never experienced the earthquake and you on Earth that day, you're going to experience it that day. If you never saw a tsunami, you're going to see one that day. You're going to see everything that the Lord has power over move. Everything going to move. Like, you made a reference to Dragon Ball Z. When they reach a certain level of power, mountains be moving, stuff be exploding. Like, you think the Lord gonna allow a Japanese anime to give you something better than he can do? Think about it. Anything you think something's gonna trump, anything you ever seen gonna trump the power that the Lord gonna bring. You think he said he know your thoughts and your imagination. So when he coming to show his power, you think any thoughts that you ever had, you think you're gonna say, I can think of something better than that. You think you're gonna be able to say you seen better? No. And the Lord gonna make that a point to show you, you ain't never seen nothing like this.
This Jacob. This is Jacob we're talking about, the Alpha and the Omega, man. You know? you got that? Yeah. Get that real quick.
Hey, so much he gonna scare his own elect.
Oh yeah, the righteous is scared to be saved.
We gonna be scared. You know, Lord willing, we are that number. The elect gonna be scared, man. You know, and rooting at the same time. Woo! It's gonna be real, man. Lord willing, hey, I get to see it. Lord willing, brothers get to see it, man.
All around our eyes, we hold the downfall of the wicked. What's the good thing?
Yup, y'all got it. Salak.
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 18, verse 24. Think upon the wrath that shall be at the end.
Wait, that should be at the end, because that's the most important thing, the end. So you think upon that wealth, well, you're gonna be moving with wisdom, with fear. You know, that's why I say what kiss the son,
Lest he be angry.
unless he be angry with you, man. And you perishing away. Go ahead.
In the time of vengeance, when he shall turn away his face.
In a time of vengeance, when he should turn away his face. All just straight judgment, man. Not like you can help you.
God, this is Habakkuk chapter 3 and starting at verse 1. A prayer of Habakkuk, the prophet, upon Shigona.
Right, so this Habakkuk vision he saw, man. You know? Alright, go ahead.
It says in verse 2, O Lord, Yahweh while Yahweh Shai, I have heard thy speech and was afraid.
And that was us. We thought, hey, we heard the wrath, the vengeance, how the Lord coming back. We was afraid. We were moved by it, man. Just like Noah, when he was moved with fear and faith, you know, and when he prepared that ark. Same thing with us. We were moved by the speech. Then the Lord come back with fire.
Yeah.
Lord killed 66.6 of his own people. We didn't even consider the healing of his own people. So a lot of people gonna die. So what we are moved with fear. Go ahead.
And it says in verse 2 of Habakkuk chapter 3, O Lord, Yahweh Yahweh Shai, I have heard thy speech and was afraid. O Lord, Yahweh Yahweh Shai, revive thy work in the midst of the years. In the midst of the years make known.
Yeah.
Cosmos.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And it says, revive thy work in the midst of the years. In the midst of the years make known. In wrath remember mercy.
See, that's what we want. You know? But the Lord said, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy. So we ask the Lord, and wrath, please, Baba Kashar, remember mercy. Please show me mercy, Lord. Have mercy upon me. Shania, right? Jump down to verse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but hey, some of us, of the Lord's elect, y'all gonna be terrified, but some gonna be more terrified than others. Like, the Lord gonna be controlling everything, man. How much terror he bring upon you before he save you. You know? Like, brothers gonna have to go through it, man.
Yeah.
So now, if you're the elect, you're gonna be kept. But like, hey, it's not written in Philippians for nothing.
Yeah.
Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. That's what we're doing right now. Y'all got free course. Don't let us stop, y'all. Proceed. Enjoy your Saturday, please. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Every man got a cross to bear. You know? So in that day when the Lord comes with that power, hey, we all gonna have stories to tell when we get on that chariot. Like, everybody's story ain't gonna be the same, bro. Like, we're gonna be catching pretty hell.
Yeah.
And what we do today determines how much hell we catch during that time. You know, that's why I say, when you glorify the Lord, do much as you can. Matter of fact, give me that real quick. Real quick. So Rock 43 and 30.
You know what mindset that is? That's the mindset of King David.
Right.
You know, because that's what he was doing. He was constantly praying to you, how about Shema Shai to protect
Yeah,
them.
for mercy.
You know what I'm saying? Have mercy on them, protect them from his enemies.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Because he knew he had hell coming. He knew he had hell to pay.
That's right.
You know? Committed second-degree murder, adultery. You know? King David knew he knew it was coming. Well, no way to stop it. All he could do was ask for mercy.
That's it. That's it.
Lord, please. Please.
Yep. And time with God, you think about taking trouble, we're going to be put in them certain situations. And that's the mindset that we're going to have, man. You know what I'm saying? To have mercy.
Hey, it's like an adolescent. You know, if you come from that background getting your ass whooped, I know I did, right? You want the extension cord or you want the belt? Give me the belt. Every time. You want butt naked or you want your pants off?
Y'all good.
So that's how it works. The Lord, hey, all you can do is ask for mercy. And this is us, again, you know, the work that we do in the name of the Lord, it's us pleading for mercy every day.
It's an act of mercy.
Yeah. It's a labor of love.
It's a sacrifice.
It's a sacrifice.
Yeah, y'all good, y'all good. This is a simple sacrifice by God to the Lord himself.
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 43, verse 30. When ye glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as ye can. For even yet will he far exceed. And when ye exalt him, put forth all your strength, and be not weary.
So in other words, you can't do enough. You can't do it, you can't exalt the Lord enough. It say when you glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as you can, and even then will he far exceed. So we can't do enough. Like he's that high. Like you can't worship and glorify the Lord enough. Like their production that they have a high rate of production. Now, prolific, right? Now you have the apostles doing videos every day, 2-3 videos a day. Still not enough. Because it ain't about works, one. And two, hey, we're earth and ashes. Even the angels in heaven can't exalt the Lord enough. That's cold, man. Yeah. You got it, bro. Go ahead and finish it, Al.
Come back in Habakkuk chapter.
No. He didn't finish.
Okay.
It said, for ye can never go far enough. That's it.
Go ahead.
God, this is back in Habakkuk chapter 3 and verse 8. And it reads, was the Lord Yahweh Yahushua displeased against the rivers? Was thine anger against the rivers? Was thy wrath against the sea? That thou didst ride upon thine horses and thy chariots of salvation?
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, 144.
Yeah, 144. But this Habakkuk saying, was you mad at the wall? What did the sea do? What did they do? This man, you got actual business. So what did Andrew say in 2 Corinthians 16 chapter? Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days.
Yeah.
So it's up to the Lord's mercy, man. But ultimately, if you're not part of that, you're not going to make it regardless, man. What had to precept?
Yeah, I do.
This is Baruch chapter 4, starting at verse 28. It says, for as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek him 10 times more.
And then what you see, week in and week out, treating our body as a living sacrifice. You know, seeking the Lord 10 times more, doing his work. I quoted it. Can we get Psalms 2? I want to say 12.
Yep.
Because we went off. So we got to what? Win him. Get him back. Just like you try to get a jail number, spin that game onto him. That's what we got to do unto the Lord, man. So to stay on his good side, man. Because I might have to go straight.
Verse 29, it says, for he that brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy with your salvation. And if I may speak up on that, we just brought out what in Sirach, okay? Hey, we can't never go far enough. And hey, we got these bodies, we going out. So hey, we got to seek the Lord as much as we can to receive the salvation that he's coming. Because hey, he's what he's coming to do, what you always say, hey, to deliver and to destroy. So the only way we're going to receive that salvation is by what? Seeking him, pleasing him, doing the thing that's pleasing, man.
Right.
So we can never go far enough, but that's the point.
And that goes by what doing the work. There was scarcely in the Greek is molis, I believe. It said with much work and much difficulty. So it said give diligence to make your cause next and short. You got that on the front?
Yeah. This is Psalms chapter 2, verse 12. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry.
Right, kiss the Son, lest he be angry. Meaning what you in complete subjection under him, man. You obeying him.
And ye shall perish from the way.
Or you shall perish in the way. You don't be destroyed. You're not bound down to him. And his son have a name, which is Yahushua. Go ahead.
When his wrath is kindled, but a little, Blessed are they that put their trust in him.
Right, blessed are the ones that put their trust in him, man. The Lord's angry. It says Psalm 7:11. The Lord's angry with the wicked every day. So every second go by, the Lord's upset. And vengeance is burning his heart. Look at back at Joel.
It's back at Joel chapter 2, verse 3.
Pick back up at 2.
This is Joel chapter 2, verse 2. A day of darkness and of gloominess.
Yep.
A day of clouds and of thick darkness. As the morning spread upon the mountains as a great people and a strong. There has not been ever the light.
Right, so this going to the Memphis. You know? Once World War III finally kicked off, it's not going to happen again. And that's how you hear the news, is war talk. And guess what? Your president, instead of sending money to Ukraine, ain't helping none of you citizens out. This is your government. This is the president. This is your king that you voted for, man. Meanwhile, the homelessness crisis is constantly going up. It's a new drug. What's that? Kingston. Turning people to zombies. So we got $30 million to send to Ukraine. $24 billion sent to Ukraine. What about over here? Keep going.
It said, neither shall be any more after it.
Go ahead.
Even to the years of many generations.
Wait, even to the years of many generations. Go ahead.
A fire devoured before them,
A fire devoured before them.
and behind them a flame burneth.
Going to the Memphis. Let you know it's talking about the Memphis. Go ahead.
The land is as the Garden of Eden,
But the land is the Garden of Eden. And Eden in the Hebrews, Adon. It's going to the pleasure. And the milk is what? The golden cup full of pleasure. You can do as thou wilt. You can do what you want. What it said, this is the land of the free.
Paradise.
This is paradise, the water. Because in America, what? You got fucking 2K, Hellcats. You got Hooters. So this is the pleasure of land just talking about America, man. We hit a baseball game, signing off. You know, eat some. Yeah. What's that? She that living in pleasure, damn well she living. So this talking about America. Go ahead and see it.
it said the land is as the Garden of Eden before them,
Yeah.
and behind them a desolate
So
wilderness.
behind it, after the destruction, it's gonna be wilderness. It's gonna be destruction. You see? It's gonna be destruction. It's gonna be a desolate wilderness, man. Alright?
Yeah, and nothing shall escape them.
But nothing gonna escape. Unless what? You call the Lord elect. That's it. Keep going.
The appearance of them is as a appearance of horses.
Hold on. You gonna come up?
This is Joel chapter 2, verse 4. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses.
Going to the Memphis. Horses going to what? Power. You got something like horsepower. So this is future prophecy that Joel is seeing. What Joel's name is Yahweh is power. You know?
And as a horseman, so shall they run. Like the noise of chariots on the top of the mountain shall they leap.
So they leap, going to the Memphis. Go ahead.
Like the noise of the flame of fire that devours the stubble.
Go ahead.
As a strong people set in battle array.
Right, and like a strong people set a battle away. So this gotta be talking about what? Nuclear arsenals, man. Keep going with it.
Before the face, it said, before the face, the people shall be much. This is Joel chapter 2, verse 6. Before the face, the people shall be much pain.
Right, before the face, people should be in much pain. Go ahead.
As faces shall gather blackness.
Like faces gather blackness. Pretty much like they're sick in the face. You know? You see Memphis come down, and you still on the face, you still on the shores of Memphis. You know? Go ahead.
It said they shall run like mighty men.
That shit more like mighty men. Go ahead. So all this what is symbolizing, man. So once the button, you know, you press that button, it's no turning back. Go ahead.
It said they shall climb the walls like men of war.
Yeah, that's like, when you're speaking of climbing the wall, like we can go on YouTube and you see the missiles being shot up in the air. Yeah. That's a representation of them climbing the wall, because you gotta remember, these missiles can be shot from one end of the earth to the other. Alright? So, when it's like it's climbing the wall, even in Joel, it's the second chapter. You know? Yeah, go ahead, second chapter. Yeah, so what the missile do is, the missile gets shot up, alright, then it starts to leak over. You know, that's why I say in Isaiah, we'll get that too, Isaiah 34. You know what I'm saying? It said rain upon our doom. Alright, the people of this country, talking about what? America, Babylon the Great. You know?
This is Isaiah chapter 34, verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven.
Like my sword should be bathed into heaven. Go ahead.
Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
Who is Idumea? That's the Greek word of saying Esau Edom. Idumea. Go ahead.
And upon the people of my curse to judgment.
Right, so my sword should be bathed into heaven. Like the brother was saying, it should leak upon the walls. That's the nuclear missiles going out of space into the Shemayim, the heavens. And when it should come back down,
Right.
it's going to land upon Idumea, which chiefly Americans.
Yeah.
You know?
Right, and then look, and then this the fear tactic. All right, as we come out here being, you know what I'm saying, in the presence of doing the duty of a prophet, to prophesy. So this the terror, knowing that it's gonna take 1 hour. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take 1 hour, and it take 30 minutes for the missiles come from Russia over to America and other parts of the country. But the Lord spoke in the scriptures, they're gonna take 1 hour to destroy Babylon the Great. Yeah. You see, the fear should fall upon you, man, because 30 minutes ain't long, man.
No, 30 minutes.
You know, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no underground bunker as the Edomites, you know what I'm saying, have, you know what I'm saying, a way you can escape the missiles. You don't have that.
Yeah, if I can add, because when you look at 30 minutes, what comes to mind? A lunch break.
Yeah.
How fast a lunch break goes? That's how fast it's going to come over here, man. Again, it's time to what? To repent. Go ahead.
I'm going to tell you in 1 hour. Go ahead. I'm going to grab it 1 hour.
I just want me to go back to the Joel.
Yeah, go back to the Joel. I'm going to get the 1 hour.
I read 7 here.
This is back at Joel, chapter 2, verse 7. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. And they shall march everyone on his way. And they shall not
break. This
break.
is actually talking about you going 800 men deep, marching in the streets, man.
Right. How you see?
It said, and they shall not break their ranks.
Right, they're not going to break their ranks. Because those missiles got what? GPS coordinates. They're going to hit their target. Just like you see like movies, like this missile is for Brooklyn, this missile is for New Jersey, this missile for Texas. So they're not going to break their rank. Just like you see track meet, they got their line, they got one inside their line. Well, of course, you know, there's people, so they go outside their line, but not these missiles. Then they're going to break their rank, they're going to be on point. You know? And the Lord, what? His spirit going to be in on missiles. Because again, his word should be bathed into heaven. Go ahead.
Neither shall one thrust another.
Well, then they're going to clash against each other, man. Once they begin to be shot up into the ears of the world. Go ahead.
They shall walk everyone in his path.
Go ahead.
And when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded.
What you at?
Verse 8.
Okay, keep going.
They shall run to and fro in the city.
And what is that city? It's America. What precept come to mind? What precept come to mind? Revelation. Let's go to Revelation what? 18. That's a good one. Let's get 14 I want to say 8. 18 is a good one too. So you said 1 hour, which is one ahead over here. So yeah. No, just 14. 14 to 8.
This is Revelation chapter 14, verse 8.
Yeah.
And there followed another angel, saying, Babylon is fallen. It is fallen. That great city.
Wait, that great city. Babylon the Great is fallen. That great city. Go ahead.
Because she made all the nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Wait, all just abominable, the filth, trying to turn countries to moles like Uganda, all philosophy. So we're talking about what? Babylon the Great, that great city. And what is America's slogan? Make America great again. See? So this is this great city, America.
That's the link up. You know, so this proves that America is Babylon the Great. All right, because when you go into Jeremiah, you grab that real quick out. All right. Jeremiah 49. Because when you go into Job 9:24, it says what the earth was given to the hand of the wicked. All right, we understand that who empowered the wicked.
Yeah.
All right, because what backed that up? Obadiah. Malachi 4. All right, when it said that Esau is the border of wickedness. See that? So we understand who empowered. All right, who in control. And who had the power to do these things, man. All right, Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their bed. See, these all the works of the Edomites, man. Those that are in power. You know? That's how you know that America is Babylon the Great, man. You got it? Jeremiah 49. We started. 51. 51, we started at 6.
This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 6.
Right.
Flee out of the midst of Babylon.
Right, that means what? Mentally. All right? Remember, it will destroy you, man. Arise ye and depart, but this is not your rest. All right, go ahead.
And deliver every man his soul.
Right.
Be not cut off in her iniquity.
Right, mean don't be destroyed along with Babylon. All right? That's what that means. Don't get cut off in her iniquity. Remember, Revelation 18, as we're going to get in 1 hour. All right, this is the judgment that was written for America, man. But in the scriptures, known as Babylon the Great. All right, go ahead.
For this is the time of the Lord vengeance.
Right, see, this is the time of his vengeance. Vengeance means what? Payback. So what the Lord coming to do, he's coming to what? Render everyone their judgment. Whether they have done what? Good, or whether they have done evil. This is the judgment. Go ahead.
He will render unto her a recompense.
Right. A recompense means what? Payback. You say he gonna render unto her. Her talking about what? Babylon, America. Go ahead.
Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand.
Y'all know what this speaking on the house. America became a golden cup in the Lord's hand. Why? Because that blessing that he received, all right, when you go into Genesis, all right, the 27th chapter. All right, and that blessing was what? The sword. See? Go ahead.
That made of the nation, that made of the earth drunken, the nation have drunken of her wine.
Right, and that's another one of his swords. All right, deception. See, deceit. All right, this is the characteristic of the so-called white man, the rulers today. All right, go ahead. So that's why he go conquering. So if you don't abide with his agenda, then what he brings? He brings the sword. This devil. This is how he operates. All right, so when you read in the scriptures, then you put it, you know what I'm saying, in face value, 2 + 2 is 4. You know? Go ahead, Doc.
The nation have drunken of her wine.
And we see that because when we look at China,
Yeah, they wearing suits and ties.
they adopted what Babylon culture.
Skyscrapers. You know.
You see the women the same way.
Yeah, whores.
You know.
They doing porn. You know what I'm saying? The Chinese women trying to twerk with no ass.
Real talk, bro.
They doing the same shit.
They doing that shit everywhere, Russia. You name it. I be on Instagram. I don't know what them I know they Jake though, but I don't know if they in Uganda or something like a little place over there in Africa. They be dancing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like Jake. They adopted what? Babylon. See? This America, man. It's westernization. And he go through all the earth. You see? Pushing it. And here it is. He gonna push that Quran. You know? That's his main focus. Go ahead, though.
Therefore the nations are mad.
They was gonna make the nation upset because they, you know, having the what's the man's name? The president is over there in what's that gun? They killed. Because he wanna accept
Soleimani or some shit.
Yeah, he wanna accept the you know, the LGBT thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he ended up coming up missing, man. So that was gonna make, that's one way the nation's gonna get mad. Alright, because they're gonna have to try to adapt, you know, to their lifestyle. And that's something that the other nations are not gonna do. You know? This was one way it's gonna cause war. Go ahead, out.
It said Babylon is suddenly falling.
Right, it's suddenly falling. Why? Because of the missiles. But it started spiritually, man. Us coming out here week in and week out. Alright, it's a sign of like in the time when the Israelites walled Jericho, man.
Yep. Tearing it down.
Tearing this place down, man. Alright, why? Because we speaking these things to existence. We saying it because it's prophecy. It's written. And guess what? Wait till it hit.
Yeah, you notice all the prophets say the same thing.
Same thing.
It's just from a different point of view.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. Different lingo. But guess what? We still talking about the missiles. You know, we still talking about Babylon the Great gonna be destroyed. You know, we still speaking of Jacob Trouble. Still speaking of the Karagma. Alright, go ahead,
And destroyed.
And what? And destroyed, man. What's gonna make Babylon the Great, which is America's destroyed? The thermonuclear missile. See, people not hip to it's gonna be a World War III. You know, people not hip to it. You see? But guess what? It's gonna come a time. It's gonna come a day. Alright. Go ahead.
It said, howl for her.
Yep.
Take balm for her pain.
There you go.
If so be, she may be healed.
Right. See that? And that's the to make America great again slogan. You know what I'm saying?
We can heal them.
They're trying to bring this bitch back to life.
Right.
No, America, Babylon the Great, man, they owe over 35 trillion. All right, 35 trillion debt. It's over with. And then the little talk show I be listening to in the morning, they was complaining like, how is America going through this? Next year, sending money to the other countries. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, it's over with. It ain't no making America great again.
Yeah, because
All right?
you gotta think, these American allies pretty much leaving and going
They're leaving the dollar.
They're leaving the dollars. You know, so expect more food prices. Yeah, expect more inflation.
Man, bro,
More
this
things go up.
the spirit though. This to show you that the Most High Yahweh is in control of how he said he set over one and sit down another one. All right, because the so-called white man, he had his chance, he had his moves, he had his he had his peak.
Right.
You know, when what? We ain't had us in captivity.
Right. Back
You
in
know
the,
what I'm saying?
what was that, the 50s and the 60s?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, Leave It to Beaver.
Yep.
All them old ass Edomite shows, Fonz, all them motherfuckers, man, they were living their best life.
Oh, yeah, but guess what? It's prophecy. See, it's prophecy, man.
Yep.
The Lord have sent his prophets out. Why? Because it's the time. This is the season, matter of fact.
Ecclesiastes 3.
Huh?
Damn. Say the season, I thought you were talking about Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. What you want, bro?
Give me Acts 13 real quick. And started 22. Real quick. And we'll get back to the myth real quick. Okay. Because you gotta remember, we in the same mindset as the prophets of old. When you go to Jeremiah 28:8, all right, the prophets before me and before thee are old, but prophesied the same thing, man. All right, against what they kingdom in that time, as we prophesy against what this kingdom in this time, of what? War, evil, and pestilence, man. All right, because that's what's written, all right, for Babylon the Great. This Babylon the Great preacher judgment. All right, destruction. You know? So go ahead, Doc.
This is Acts 13, and you said 22?
Yeah.
In verse 22, it says, and when he had removed him, he raised...
Oh, no, it's like 3.
Acts 3?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, Acts 3 and 22.
This is Acts 3 and 22. It says, for Moses truly said unto the fathers, a prophet shall the Lord your power raise up unto you.
Yeah.
Of your,
18.
Yeah.
Speak by your house now.
Right.
of your brethren like unto me. It says, he shall ye hear in all these things whatsoever he shall say unto you.
Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass that every soul which will not hear that prophet shall be destroyed from among the people. Keep going.
Yeah.
Yea, and all the prophets from Samuel and those that follow after, as many as have spoken, have likewise foretold of these days.
You see that?
Likewise spoken. They have likewise spoken.
Exactly.
And if you don't want to listen to Yahweh Shai, you're going to perish.
Simple and plain.
And that's it. But then how many people, how many of our people actually listen to the Lord now?
Right.
So what? They're going to perish.
Yeah. And the cut is because you got a lot of Christians say God come to know personally. You know, they deal with the Lord personally. But it's written, how can I learn without what? Without a teacher. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be taught, man. You know? So let's go back to that. We're just showing you that the Lord revealed his secrets to who to serve as the prophet. And our job as prophets come out here and prophesy these things, man. Meaning what to speak it to existence. Alright? Go ahead, brother.
Go back to Jeremiah.
Yeah.
It's back at Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed.
Yeah.
Howl for her. Take balm for her pain.
Right.
Medicine.
If so be, she may be healed.
You see that? But we understand that Babylon the Great not going to be here. You know, sorry. We're not sorry. You know? Go ahead.
We will have healed Babylon, but she is not healed.
Right?
Forsake her and let us go, everyone into his own country.
Right, and that's the mindset of the other nations, man. You know, they starting to leave like, fuck that shit, man. Yeah. Right, we got to get it and we got to go and get out. So wait till it start to get worse, man. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right? You got it, right?
For her judgment reached unto heaven.
Right, see, her judgment have reached on what? To heaven. Meaning what they said measure is fulfilled. Now the wrath has come. Remember, the Lord said he will not move nor stir. So this is not a Russian game. All right, the Lord is justified in all his works, man. You know, and this is one of the works the Lord put in the times to come as an vision was set for the appointed time. You got it, right?
Back at Joel, chapter 2. This is back at Joel, chapter 2, verse 8. Neither shall one thrust another they shall walk every one in his path. And when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the walls. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall not enter. They shall enter in the windows like a thief.
Right, like a thief. Going to what? The mills will come in like a thief. It said the walls, hey, let me get Ezekiel 38 and 11. It said Jeremiah 15. Because, you know, they got something called the defense system.
Right. Missile defense.
Missile defense system. But guess what? They're not going to stop it. You know, they're not going to stop it.
And then that shit really is like, man, that shit crazy, bro. They basically trying to shoot something to hit the missile to knock it off before it lands.
Right, this is
So
that,
you know how precise you gotta be? That's like trying to shoot a bullet and hit another bullet. Hey, you know what I'm saying? That shit ain't gonna work, man.
The pride of thy heart has deceived you.
That's over with, man.
But that's in his mindset. Why? Because he was able to form this technology. You know, he was able to do so much that the Lord has given him, but understand that he didn't think of his latter end. All right, meaning what the Lord gonna take all that power away from him. Remember, Yahweh Shemashah, all right, once again, all right, ruled in the kingdom of men. You know, this is the time for Esau to what? To be destroyed. The Lord have used you for your purpose. You know, Proverbs 16 and 4. You know, as in the Most High created all things for himself, yet even the wicked for the day of evil. So we're approaching the day of evil. All right? And we understand that we ain't going to captivity no more. So what's the use for you? You see? So guess what? You're going to be, after the 1,000 years of captivity, you're going to be done away with. No more use for you. This is the judgment written for Esau, man, in the nation. All right? Go ahead, now.
This is Ezekiel 8 and 10. 38, Salakia. 38 and 10. It says, thus saith the Lord power. It shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought.
This is talking about what God and my God, you know, the voices, and what is that evil thought? Destroying Babylon the Great, from off the face of the earth, using the nuclear armed missiles.
Right.
You see? It's an evil thought. Go ahead.
And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages.
I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. You look at the ancient world, when I had that walls, it was what? A defense, protection. But not in America. It don't happen. It's wide open.
Yeah, because,
you know?
if I can add, just back you up and happen 2 and 5, and he never keep it at home.
Never keep it
because
home.
he's scattered all over the earth. You know what I'm saying? He got his military base, and he's going to see most of all these countries, man.
Yeah, they also let you know what, this is pretty much Rome all over. This is Rome all over again, because they did the same thing.
But the same structure they ran about.
It says, I will go to them that are at rest and dwell safely.
Safety. You know what the American mindset, man? We want every war. We ain't losing. Peace and safety. Safe and effective. Right? These people are living in pleasure. Going right back to that Joel. Before there was a garden from Eden, but behind them a desolate wilderness. So this evil thought they're gonna come over here and burn this place up. You know? But this is what's safe. It's like a safe zone. Why do you think all the countries, all the nations want to come over to America? Want to come to America? Go ahead, bitch.
It says, all of them dwelling without walls.
All of them that dwelling without walls. So walls. Let's talk to Jeremiah 3:15.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 15. Shout against her round about.
What 14 is it? Oh,
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about.
This actually talking about Babylon the Great. Put yourself in the way. Pretty much prepare for war. Go ahead.
He said, all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her.
Who is her? America. Babylon the Great. It said shoot at her. All ye that bend the bow. The bow is what? The nuclear missiles.
Hey, yeah, look. You go to the sign right here.
Yep. I was just thinking that.
You go to the sign, like I say, all of her, you go to speaking now. Alright, you see, they got Russia, China, Iran, Palestine, you know, it's gonna be all the countries, alright? They're gonna bomb America, man. Alright? Everyone's gonna take a look at that.
Yeah, everybody got nuclear arsenals. They're gonna
Yeah.
shoot it.
That's right,
You
brother.
said everybody will get a lit bit, especially what they did to Japan.
Yeah.
World War II.
They ain't forgot.
Well, they can't wait. And then they come out with a movie, Oppenheimer,
Yeah.
you know? So, hey, every nation under the sun, they got nuclear arsenals, they're going to shoot at her with missiles. Go ahead.
It says, shoot at her, spare no arrows.
Where they all go. Well, Jack say, oh, empty the clip. You know, the clip is running out.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
For she has sinned against the Lord.
But because what she has sinned against the Lord, which going back to that Revelation, a sin which comes to the heaven. Go ahead.
Shout against her round about. She has given her hand, her foundation are fallen.
Her foundations are fallen. Go ahead.
Her walls are thrown
Our
down.
walls are thrown down. Our missile defense system, that shit not gonna work. One thing, okay, let's say you hit one missile. You still got 200 more coming. You still got another missile coming. You know?
For it is the vengeance of the Lord that take vengeance upon her.
So it's the Lord vengeance to destroy Babylon the Great with nuclear fire.
It's his pleasure.
World War III before. By fire. I know you had said Isaiah 95. But that's a good time.
Hey, y'all, did he not say that he's gonna do all his pleasures?
Yeah.
You know?
Say real quick about Revelation.
They don't know who the Lord is. They don't really understand, man. They think everything is all love. You going to church, pastor rocking you to sleep. Everything about peace and safety. But no, this place is destined for destruction, according to the scriptures, man.
Hey, since you said that, can you get Isaiah 48 and 22?
Fine, brother. This is Isaiah 48. You said, what? 48 in verse 22, it says, there is no peace, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, unto the wicked.
And that's just bagging you up.
Yep.
They think it's peace. They think the Lord brings peace. But the Lord said there's no peace unto the wicked. Who ruling this kingdom? The wicked.
Look how I said. Think not. You know what I'm saying? So don't even get this in your head.
Alright, let's get that out.
You know?
Can we get that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, look 12 down 49.
This is how it sounds like, come on, man, think not. You know? So, you know, only the house I can say it better.
Alright. Yep. It says, this is Luke 12 and 49. It says, I am come to send fire on the earth.
Hold on, hold on. Didn't have to tell you first.
Yeah, I think it's good.
34.
This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. Think not that I come to send peace on earth.
That's it. This in red letters. The Lord said, think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but it's war.
And you understand what the sword is.
This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace.
And you gotta remember how I said, if it was my kingdom, my servants would fight. See, and the Lord ain't coming to send peace on earth, man. He coming back in this spirit's anger. Hey, look, he's ready. That's why I said vengeance is burning in what? In his heart. Alright? So he ain't coming to send peace. That's the Christianity philosophy right there, man. Alright, when you think of the Lord is coming with peace and love and laughter and sneaker bars and no, the Lord coming with fire and his church like a whirlwind and really his anger.
Right.
So if he ain't coming to send peace on us, what is he coming? How is he coming?
He come. Well, come on. Hey, it's, hey.
This is Luke 12. This is Luke 12 and 49. It says, I am come to send fire on the earth. And
So
what?
he said he coming. I came not to send peace on us, but a sword. So we jump to Luke 12:49 and say, I ain't come to send fire on us. What is the sword? The sword should be favored to heaven.
It says, and what will I if it already be kindled? But I have I have a baptism to be baptized with, and how am I straight till it be accomplished? Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth.
Yeah,
I tell you, nay.
This is suppose ye. And that's being taught out here. You know, as in the sense of no bigger trouble. You know, you got Israelite cows speaking of that. No, man. All right, the Lord ain't coming to set peace on earth, man. Even the righteous men gonna serve will be saved. All right, we can be put in some, you know what I'm saying, positions that our trust gonna have to be what? 1,000 in your house by Shema. All right, so it ain't gonna be no peace. You see that? It's gonna get worse out here, man. All right, go ahead.
I tell you, nay, but rather division.
Yeah, see that division. So it's gonna be a separation. That's why I say men's heart shall wax cold. All right, it's gonna be a separation, man. Hey, when it get hard, then you gonna truly know. All right, then you gonna truly know who your friends, man. Remember, friends are known in what? The time of adversity, man. That's the only house. You know, it's gonna get rough, rugged, and raw out here, man. It speaks of it. You know, that's prophecy. You know what I'm saying? So that's a part of the peace. But guess what? It's gonna be chaos. All right. Go ahead.
It says, from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3.
See that? All right. And one thing for sure, what's causing that is the word. You know what I'm saying? Because it's spoken that the word will be a division in the household. You know? So here it is. Hard times. Alright? Go ahead, now.
The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father. The mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother.
See that?
The mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And he said also to the people, when you see a cloud rise out of the west straightway, you say, there cometh a shower, and so it is. And when you see the south wind blow, you say, there will be heat, and it cometh to pass. You hypocrites, you can discern the face of the sky and the earth, but how is it that you do not discern the time, this time?
Hey, that's just like you telling your mom, telling your brothers and friends, whatever.
Right.
All right, because like I said, they concerned all this, but you telling them what's gonna come. Like, hey, bro, you know Babylon is going to be destroyed, man. You know this and that. You just tell them, but they can't get it. You know what I'm saying? They can't get it. And that's how another way is what y'all will be divided, you'll be separated. You know what I'm saying? What's it on that?
Yeah.
And if I can add too, you actually think of famine. Yeah, that one too. But like the famine actually kicked off, and this last piece of bread, you and your brother right there, y'all gonna fight over. You know?
Hey, that nigga, this was a few years back, me and Talking About was just talking about it. I believe his name was Jesse Dotson. He killed his whole family, man. He got to argue with his brother. And them niggas were fighting over a jacket.
Yeah.
You know? So how much more when it's a famine and you, like the brother said, the last piece of light bread, last piece of, you know, pork chop. Yeah. Jake gonna be ready. He'll kill anybody over it. You know? So you got it.
Nah, that was coming.
Yeah, that's real talk.
Not bad. You got it second every 16. Yep. You know what I'm saying? You're going to that. Because these are hard times that Jacob Trouble speaks of. But you gotta remember, he should be saved out of it. But how you gonna be saved out of it? By what? Keeping the faith. Because the wisdom and the knowledge, all right, which to build our time. So we have to rely on what? The scripture, what we have read. Right. All right, because this is a time that we speaking, but there is a time that the action is gonna have to come behind us. All right, and this is really gonna have to show, you know what I'm saying, our faith that we really trust in Yahweh by holding it down.
Apply the wisdom in your walk, man.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing right now is practicing that, man.
Yeah.
Applying the scriptures in your day-to-day walk.
Yeah.
That way when the times come, you already used to praying, you already used to thinking of precepts and like, nah, I can't do this. I don't need to do that. What the scripture says.
Hey.
You use the scriptures as your guide, man. That's gonna be our guide in that day.
There you go, because you used to waiting. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a key factor in this walk, having patience. That's why I say through patience possess your soul. So we're gonna have to have patience in this day, man. All right, that's the key. You know, and patience is what? Faith, man. You know, believing. All right, go ahead, Rob.
The second Ezra 6:22. And suddenly, shall the sown places appear on sown.
Right, you see that? Because the Lord gonna bring, all right, terror through this place, man.
Yep.
All right? Go ahead, Rob.
Second Ezra 6:22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear on sown.
Right.
The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
Exactly. That's going to where the famine. All right. Wait, it's coming. Remember when this tragedy happened this time, all right, it'll never go back again, man.
If I can say, it's like Grand and Circus right now. We got hamburgers cost 50 cents right now.
Right.
Happy as hell about it.
Yeah. Let's go into, like we said, it should be, riches should be so cheap. All right? Upon the earth. But we already know what's coming, man. All right, that's for us, you know, coming out here, we can't be ignorant to Satan's devices. As the Lord continues to deal with us, sup with us. All right, you know what I'm saying? Reveal certain more secret stuff. We can't be ignorant to, all right, what's written. You know what I'm saying? Because we understand the plan with the so-called white man. All right, it's written, man. We just gotta have faith that the Lord come through and have mercy on us. Because it's going to happen. Right?
23. And the trumpet should give a sound in which every man heareth. There should be suddenly afraid.
Right, you see that? And like you were speaking on earlier, when you were prophesying earlier, you were going to the trumpet. You know what I'm saying? This the time that we are blowing that trumpet, man, and people should be afraid. All right? Because this is how the Lord show his mercy before he bring around. You know, as a warning, like your father, hey son, don't do that no more. You do that again, you beat your ass. Right. So this is the mercy you have by Shema Shai. Us out here calling without to come in. You know? So guess what? After this, the Lord ain't gonna do that time.
Right. Over with.
You know what I'm saying? It's over with. This is the mercy right now, man. As his hand is still stretched out. Why? Because the prophets on the highways and the edges. Oh yeah, I know.
24. It says, at that time, the friends fight one against another.
Why? Because the lack of bread, the lack of resources. You know, she can't get, you know what I'm saying, her cigarette. You know what I'm saying? Can't get her baby no milk. It's on. Then JoJo can't get it either. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's already bad like this though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In all the states already, robbery going on, vandalism going on, all this going on already. But guess what? In that day, it's just like the Lord just gonna turn it up. Knock the knob off.
Yeah.
You know? That's what the Lord's gonna do. Go ahead.
It says 2 Ezra 6 and 24. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies.
Right. Let's go into 2 Ezra 15. Going to the sedition among men. Go ahead, bro.
And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still.
Uh-oh. You see that? You see the difference? You see the difference? Because he said some niggas gonna be went out, we gonna get in.
Now it said, and the earth shall stand in fear.
Right, so the earth gonna stand in fear. So these people gonna be shook, man. I don't know what the hell going on. As in the Lord said, he's gonna catch them with the thief in the night. You know what I'm saying? So the people gonna be shook. Go ahead,
Yep. It said, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein, and the springs of the fountains shall stand still.
right?
In the 3 hours there shall not one.
Woo. Come on, man. You gotta,
Yeah, I had this real good.
Go ahead.
Hey, this is Luke. This is Luke 23 and 31. It says, for if they do these things in a green tree, what shall be done in the dry? So you basically got Jake out here right now acting the goddamn fool. Just look at how Jake acts when a tornado comes through, a storm, a snowstorm or something come through. See how they panic and run to the store? Yeah, they taking everything they can, grabbing everything off the shelf. Panic. So how much more when it's chaos, when it's JT? What's going to happen then, man? What is it going to look like at that time, man? They can put you to death over some tissue paper. You know, it's gonna be ugly. So hey, these are the times we're coming into. But hey, these things are destined to happen. We can see it. It's clear. It's clear what's gonna take place, man. When these people can't eat, you can't go to McDonald's. You can't, go get your 5 for $5 or whatever. You can't just go to the grocery store and get your pick 5. It's gonna be all hell out here, man.
right, and here it is. They blowing the law. When we go to 2 Ezra, the 9th chapter, he said why they yet had liberty. All right, but guess what? They didn't understand. So guess what? They gonna be what? They gonna be doomed. But guess what? The Lord has promised the elect. All right, those that keep His words and sayings, then what? We shall eat. We shall drink. All right, we shall rejoice, man. Even in them times. You see that? You got it, Rob.
That was good. That was the point.
Second Ezra 16 and 18.
Yeah.
The beginning of sorrow and great mourning.
Yeah, see, that's speaking of Jacob trouble. The beginning of sorrows and great mourning. Go ahead.
The beginning of famine and great
He
death.
said the beginning of famine and what? Great death. All right, because it's written, he said it's better to die from like a stab wound, a gunshot wound than famine. You know what I'm saying? But we know a lot of people want to go out this way. All right, a lot of people are gonna die by famine. All right, why? Because they reject the spiritual famine. You know what I'm about? They reject the spiritual food, which is His word. That's why it's written in Amos 8 and 11. It should be a famine in the land, not a bread and water, but what? I'm hearing the word. All right, you see how it started out spiritual first. It's going so cold on it. You know what I'm saying? He throw it to you as He's speaking it to you. You know, and then guess what? He's bringing it physical. You see? So here it is. We out here. All right, because they just know that the Lord suffer with you. Suffer. All right, we eat. food for thought. All right, but guess what? It's gonna become physical, man. You know, and the Lord's gonna take care of us, man. Go ahead, Doc.
Lamentation, chapter 4, verse 9. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger.
Right, so imagine, you know, the inside eating you up. You know how somebody have a car wreck, and then they get in the hospital, and then you start getting smaller and smaller by the, you know what I'm saying, by the weeks. Like, damn, so we're gonna be actual people, like on the side, you know what I'm saying, just through. You know, so the Lord said it's better for you to die, all right, in a war, so you know what I'm saying, you know, that, you know what I'm saying, than to die for hunger. You know?
Hey, so with that hunger, your body go through certain stages.
Yeah,
man, start to mind hallucinate, see things, you start falling out. Man, you just watching your body, man, just slim on down, just eat itself.
Yeah.
That's what mine.
Jake just throw up, you know what I'm saying?
Looking at your kids like they a piece of chicken.
Hey, you remember that guy? He was a pastor. He died because
yeah. That was in Africa or something. Yeah. He tried to do a fast like he was the hell shot.
Yeah.
40 days,
the man died. What, through? Out of there.
Yeah.
You know? Hell nah. Go ahead.
It said, for these pine away, stricken through for wants of the fruits of the field.
Yeah. I got that too.
Going back to 2 Ezra 16, 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mourning.
Yeah.
The beginning of famine and great death.
Hey, you gotta remember, Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets before me and before thee of old have prophesied against many countries of these things, that's what is written. All right, war, evil, and pestilence. See that? And here it is, Ezra. All right, be elevated. All right, in his business, the Lord has, you know, received to him. I guess when he telling you the same thing. This is the beginning of sorrows and great mourning.
Then they tell you in there, it say, then they'll let you know that prophet had been truly sent.
Yeah, prophet been among you. You know, because it's one thing, that's why I say, it's one thing, you got these, like say, false prophets, because they teaching what? Another doctrine. You know, they say, then you shall know a prophet that been among you. You're going to be knowing what the Lord has truly sent. Why? Because the actions that's going to be shown when the words that have been spoken. All right, that's how you're going to know. All right, damn, Jesus never be right. You know, because when the Karak will hit the stage and it's presented to you and it's a build-out situation, then that's when you're going to know. You know, you can talk all day, but when it actually happens, that's when it's going to sink in. You know, that's a do-or-die situation. You know, go ahead.
This Jeremiah 28:9. It said the prophet was prophesied of peace. When the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord has truly sent him.
Well, we already understand that. We already went through how the Lord not going to bring peace on the earth. So we understand that those that speak with this type of act, guess what? They not the Lord that truly sent them. You know, that's how you know that. So you got, like I said, you got to be, you got to put two together, man.
You know, the true prophets of the Lord said, well, peace will come to the kingdom of heaven. He didn't say peace will come back. So when peace comes to the kingdom of heaven, then you're going to know that we're sick. Then it should be known on my shoulders.
And you got to remember, all right, the Lord, all right, how he get down, he destroyed the kingdom, but then he set another kingdom up. All right? So this was definitely the fire. You know? And then the Lord gonna set our kingdom up. You see? So go ahead and go.
It's back at 2 Ezra, chapter 16, verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mourning.
Right.
The beginning of famine and great death.
Right, you see that? The beginning of famine and great death. Go ahead. Because there's going to be a lot of killing. You know, they going to turn up, man. All right, niggas going to be getting whacked, man. All right, all for what? The lack of bread, the lack of water, but the lack of need. Because a lot of people need a lot of shit these days.
Yep.
And every time you ain't gonna be able to get what you want.
Right.
You gonna have to accept what's given. You know, people gonna get tired of that. And then what's it gonna cause? Chaos, riot, lose. You know what I'm saying? Because they gonna be in the mind and say, fuck it, I'm gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? And then guess what? That's what's gonna bring martial law. All right, that's what's gonna set the stage. You know? But it's all in the act. On behalf of Shema Shah, but he's using his tools, his sword, which is who? Esau Edom. You know? We know who really in control of these things, man. That's why the Lord tells us to fear not. You know, because we gotta understand who really in control, the Heavenly Father. You know what I'm talking about?
As I can say, that's gonna come from like the people that don't have faith. Like how you were saying, like how people gonna be in that day, it's gonna be like in a mindset of desperate time, called for desperate measure. When people have nothing to lose, they lose it.
Yeah.
They ain't got no faith up in the Most High or something that they can't see. They would rather have faith in Esau Edom, the so-called white man, like for him to prevent things to them.
Hey.
So when they see things ain't going right in society, man, Esau Edom ain't giving us what we need and what we want. Man, fuck, I'm gonna go out here and take it.
I trust in my Glock.
Yeah.
Niggas gonna trust in his pussy.
And we know that. The Lord said, trust not in our soul.
Right.
You know? Go ahead, Doc.
It's back at 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, verse 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death,
Right.
the beginning of wars and of the powers shall stand in fear.
See that?
The beginning of evils.
The beginning of what? Evil. You know, we got to go back into it, that what the Lord said, but he shall be saved out of it. All right? And you know what, that's how the Lord going to be working his miracles, man. All right, he said that he just about to be placed upon you, the Baruch, more anything. Yeah. Go ahead, Doc.
One.
Yeah, you can grab.
What shall I do when these evils shall
Now,
come?
what should you do? All right, when these evils come, when you ain't properly prepped yourself to perform in this time. All right? You know what I'm talking about? You ain't been storing your treasures up in heaven. You ain't been repenting. You know what I'm talking about? What you gonna do on that day? When you know you have been told, you've been warned. See, that's what the Lord said, pray not for these people in this day. Because there's nothing that you're going to be able to do or say or offer up for the Lord to have mercy on the next one. See, because why the Lord has put us out here to warn you before the danger comes. It's on you to take heed. You know? Go ahead, Doc.
Behold, famine and plagues, tribulation
You see that?
and anguish.
He said tribulation and anguish. Go ahead.
Are sent as scourges for a midnight.
Judgment. Go ahead.
But for all these things, they should not turn from their
You
wickedness.
see that? For all these things, they ain't gonna turn from their wickedness. Jay gonna get more grinding. Esau gonna get more cunning. That's how it's gonna work. I told you how one of my bosses, they already got their little names in here set up. They ready. Man, you come to that motherfucker, they dropping shooting hands down. You know where you can escape. They got, I'm talking about, they already preparing for this. You know?
I was saying Esau was prepared. It's Jake.
They get the mindset of murder.
Yeah, no fight now.
They looking at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the baseball, I see a lot of Issachar, you know, Grand Tribe. They going down there, you know, of course, Jake. You know? So what it say, liberty shall bow, the love of niggas shall restore. So we saying people constantly will turn up in their wickedness to their father. You know?
It said, It said, nor be always mindful of the scourge.
Right, the correction. They're not mindful of the correction. When 2020 happened, right, there was outside that came up, tried to cry out the prophets. Then when Esau let them back outside, they took it off. They said it's a hot girl summer this time, it's a hot boy summer. So now what? They just turning their follow. They already talking about, man, at this point, fuck off the he say, she say. We gonna shut the place down, shut it down already. We said early September, mid-September, we in mid-September now. Right, you said early October. Just come on out with it, man. Then when you think about it, if everybody knew, how can they catch the master thief off guard? All saying you come and say thief in the night.
And it's always been set up that way. You know, look at the time of Noah. And you know, that's a key look when you look at Matthew, they speak of the same thing. They said, so shall it be when the Son of Man comes. It's going to be what? Like the time of Noah. But this time it's not going to rain water. Right? It's going to rain fire. You see? I got one real quick out. This is Acts 14 and 22. Confirming the soul of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High.
Yep, it said much tribulation. So you're going to have to go through here, you got to catch hell. You know, and that's that mindset that, hey, the 1/3 is in. You got, hey, brothers out here in that mindset of knowing, hey, when all this come to pass, we're gonna have to be in that mindset of calling upon the Lord. You know, knowing that tribulation and hard times and death, destruction, famine, all these things are coming. All right. What scripture say? What manner of person ought you to be? What should your mindset be, man? Knowing these things about to happen. Would you be out here going to the damn baseball game or going out on dates with your woman? You know, not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying, you know, Jake, man. The mindset, man. Well, you got it, brother.
And we right though. So we actually fight for a cause. And the cause that we fighting for is what? Yahweh Shah, man. A new heaven, a new earth.
Kingdom.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we fight for. Stand for a cause, man.
Yeah.
You know, and we doing it in the sense of what prophesied. All right, because we hold a court in the street. Because through us, through the Spirit of Yahweh Shah, we bring the judgment out on the other nations. Chiefly Esau even. Yeah. And the Lord is coming to do what? To bring the judgment. Yeah. All right?
Yeah, he heard the word, man, just like 2/3 of Israel heard the word.
Yeah.
Like that's in John. When it said they had no cloak for their sins. Because what? It went out. The word has went out on the four corners of the earth. So you can't say you didn't know. That's a nigga's biggest excuse, man, is I didn't know. I didn't know, man. I didn't know the Lord was coming back. I didn't know. No, you ain't gonna have that excuse, man.
Yeah, back to 24 and you want to run them? Back to 24.
You got niggas that, come by looking, you keep walking. But you had your opportunity to hear the word though. But Jay don't give a fuck, man. You know, that's our people though. Our people are last minute with everything. Now, hey, let that shutdown come and see how many niggas you'll have out here then. when the fear comes, that's when Jake want to get right. That's just typical Jake though. You know, you don't get right when a nigga get locked up or something. What he do? Go grab the Bible. Genesis. You know, Lord, you know.
Well, no, we're at the end, Revelation.
Yeah, we're at the end. We started Revelation. And I'm trying to put it all together. It's too late. And that's what's going to happen to a lot of our people. It's going to be too late. You had your opportunity to get right with the Lord while you had liberty, like the scriptures say.
Yeah, that's what I said. We're giving it time because the days are evil.
Right.
We're being self-respect.
This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached.
Now, who was the gospel sent to? The lost sheep of the house of Israel. This is what the gospel sent to, man. The good news. Go ahead.
It said, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness.
For a witness. It's a testimony, a witness. Go ahead.
Unto all nations.
Unto all nations, not just our people.
Right. All nations.
All nations that are upon the face of the earth. Because why? All people are scattered amongst all the nations upon the face of the earth. So everybody got to hear about this gospel. That what? The end is coming. The Howard's second coming. You see? Go ahead.
And then shall the end come.
And then shall the end come. Because this is what time we in. We at the end. This is truly the end. You know why? Because prophecy speaking say the end is just speaking our life.
But it's good for us. The end is great for us because we see, all right, when this man kingdom ends, then ours begins, man. Like what that second of the 6. So he trying to put the fear in everybody that, you know, Esau, speaking to Esau, he trying to put the fear in everybody that, oh, when this ends, that's it.
Yeah,
Then life is over.
Life continues after Esau.
That's right.
And that's the beauty of it, man. See?
This is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 7. But the end of all things is at hand.
But the end of all things is at hand.
This 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 7 in the NLT. The end of the world is coming soon.
Everybody in their mama, you know, this is their favorite quote. They've been saying that since I was a child, since I was young.
Yeah, that's all the baby.
You know, they've been saying that since the 60s, since the 50s, since the 80s.
Even there.
Since 2000, since 2012. But guess what? Prophecy hasn't been speaking like it was now.
Therefore, be earnest and disciplined in your prayer.
Right. Because, hey, get to 18 to 1. Because when they say the end of the world, it's talking about Esau word. You know, which you got it. Yeah.
Started 7, yeah. This is 2nd Ezra 6 and 7. It says, Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall the end of the first and the beginning of it that follow?
Right, because one thing about the prophets always will inquire of signs, tokens. Going right back to the 24th chapter. He got signs. Hey, can we get that real quick?
Matthew chapter 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be?
Oh, your house shall tell us when these things shall be.
And what shall be the sign of thy coming?
And what should be the sign of that second coming? What else?
In the end of the world.
In the end of the world. So the prophets always were crying about the end. See?
Acts 1 and 6.
Acts 1 and 6. Yeah, come on. Israel chose the people.
Israeli.
Have a nice day.
Good luck.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Acts 1 and 6.
Yeah, go ahead. No, but the kingdom of heaven for the chosen people, the nation of Israel, the so-called Negroes,
right.
Latin, Spanish, Latinos, and Native American Indians. We the real chosen people
That's
of
right.
the Lord.
That's right.
Yes, he got our people that look like the other nations. They may look like Chinese people, Japanese people, Africans, right? Look like so-called white people, but their spirit goes back to an Israelite.
Right.
That spirit goes back to an Israelite. They're an Israelite. The Lord doesn't care about their skin color, what you look like. When we go on little heads in our homeland, they are not the real chosen people.
Right.
They are captives.
Yeah, because
they don't fit the curses. When you go into Deuteronomy 28, as a matter of fact, grab that Deuteronomy 28 real quick. It didn't happen. All right, and Romans 8 and 16. Romans 8 and 16. Grab that real quick.
It's Deuteronomy.
You know, like say, like, you know, maybe not. But Romans 8 and 16 will prove it. You know, you got it. Go ahead.
This Romans 8 and 16. The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit.
Let the Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit. All right, so when you judge a person, you know what I'm saying? You're basically looking at their character. Because the Lord has given us a different characteristic than any other nation. As us receiving the salt. Because when you go into Exodus 11 and 7, it says how big the Most High put a difference between Egyptians and what Israel is. All right? And here it is. We got different because of the law, statutes, and commandments from any other nation. But when you go to Deuteronomy, all right, as we're going to get, we will scatter. All right? But those that are in Israel right now, that proclaim to be the real James, don't fit the prophecy that we about to read. So we believe them.
Yeah, because they still having war in that way. It said the Spirit
So you
itself.
can go just so many ways to prove that those that say they are Jews are not. You know? Go ahead.
The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High.
See that we are. Why? Because we fit the curses. You know, you go to Deuteronomy 28, you was like, man, that's like a motherfucker. You know, you can't deny it. You know? So that's the spirit that bear witness. And you look at, you know how the Islanders say, the people that's in China, in the smoke shop, like them jakes, man.
Oh, yeah, the wet shop.
Yeah, them jakes. You know? Because guess what? Everywhere you go, the curses what? Follow you. You know? You can't escape the curses. That's how we know who our people is, man. Oh, go ahead. What's up, Somali?
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other.
You see that? All right. So they're just begging them by now. You know? Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, we go back to that second verse.
Okay. This is second Ezra. This is second Ezra 6 and verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
So we're going right back to the beginning, Genesis. You know, find the same account in the book of Genesis. What, the 25th chapter?
Yep.
You know? So all this was symbolic of us pulling Esau down. You know?
It says, for Esau is the end of the world.
Right, Esau's the end of the world. The end of the world coming soon.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
And Jacob is what? The beginning of what? Immortality. Everybody say better is the end of the thing than the beginning of the world. See? The Lord, hey, can we get Isaiah 46:10? We need to be something.
Yeah, you see the hypocrisy in Christianity. Here it is, Esau kingdom to be on earth, but the next kingdom gotta be the heaven to hell.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a separation. Like, no, nigga. Alright, the kingdom of heaven is gonna be where on earth as it is in heaven, meaning what the judgment, the ruler. Alright, how the heavens being ran. The order is gonna be set on earth, man. See, that's how it's gonna be in heaven on earth. What the hell Esau talking about? You know? But guess what? Through the lies All right, guess what? Our people what? Think what? Deceived. You know, through the lies. Go ahead, but the Lord sent the prophets to destroy them lies, man. Go ahead,
This is Daniel chapter 7, verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever and even forever and ever.
And that's the time when Yahweh shall visit the earth, man. So remember, the prophets are known as what? The weapons of the Lord. Ye are my battle axe, my weapons of war. All right, because we understand when Yahweh shall come and do, come and get busy. Yep. All right, and certain men are going to receive those spiritual powers, man. All right, as I said, we shall mount up as with wings. You see that? We shall run and not be weary. All right, the Lord gonna give us certain men spiritual power. And he's gonna be what? To come back to defeat Esau in his military. All right, along with our angel Michael. You see? Because it's gonna get that bad out here, man, that he gonna have to step in. All right, coming with Yahweh shot in the host of heaven. It's gonna be a good movie. You know how a movie always is good, but at the end, you always need the action. And then after that action, you just settle everything. You know, that's how it's gonna be. Go ahead. And we just not get to the good part. Go ahead, Doc.
This is Isaiah chapter 45, 46 between. This is Isaiah chapter 46, verse 10. Declaring the end from the beginning.
Yeah, it was wrote. 144. Yeah, he said declaring the end from the beginning. All right. So the Most High, it was already in his plan. If you remember, he just spoke of what to existence. All right. So he declared this from the beginning, and now it's being played out. All right. What at the end? This is the power of Yahweh Shema Shah, man. Go ahead.
It said, and from the ancient times, the things that are not yet done.
Right, so the ancient times, things that are yet done, going to what prophecy? You read Isaiah. All right. And the good one is Isaiah 47. All right, which speaks about we're going to have a word without end. See, that was spoken in the Old. That's the Old Testament. To have that prophecy come to pass? No, but we speak of those things, man. You see, there's a lot of prophecy in the Old Testament that have been fulfilled, but it's going to be fulfilled in our time. As in what Babylon is going to bring destroyed. That's taught in old, but that's what? It's going to happen in this time. Go ahead, Doc.
It said, my counsel shall stand.
Right, see that? The counsel. There was a counsel in heaven. All right, but it's going to stand because this was the Most High perceived as his pleasure. All right, to destroy this place, man. Go ahead, Doc.
And I will do all my pleasure.
Right, and one of the Lord's pleasures is what? To destroy America, man.
Right.
You see that? That's one of the Lord's pleasures. And also to deliver the elect. You know, set us back in our rightful order. Appreciate it. Go ahead.
This is Malachi 3, verse 6. It says, for I am the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, I change not.
See that? He changed not. Because it was a promise that he made to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. All right? And we understand that he had not dealt so with any other nation. You know? So going right back into the curses. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how can I say? He made a covenant with the Lord.
Right. Broken.
All right, and we broke it. So them laws that you see and you read, them was pertaining to us, but we broke them. So therefore we have to do it, we have to suffer the curse. You see that? Go ahead, Doc.
Also, you can tell by, the Lord flooded the earth, that first death. You know, that's the same power.
Yeah.
That saved only 8 souls. All right? So, that lets you know that's not a power you want to play with, man.
Yeah.
He's going to do the same thing this time.
Yeah,
He change not.
The same power will destroy Sodom and Gomorrah.
That's right.
Led us out of Eden. You know, loosen the bands on the so-called white man punishment now. captivity. You know what I'm saying? There's a liquor punishment. You see that? Look at the first, the so-called white man had us grilling what? Under his feet, man. That's a footstool. You see that? This is the power that we deal with right here, man. This is Yahweh. All right? Come on, man. The Lord told, man. I hate to put you from the game working out of it. And you never saw yourself getting out of it.
Right. That's why, hey, I did a lesson earlier this week. It's a blessing to know this word because you know the type of power that you're dealing with.
Man.
You know, you understand who the Lord really and truly is, and that put fear in you. If you got any kind of sense, that should put fear in you to know, hey, I need to get right. Every brother that heard the word, the fear is what moves you to come out. At the end of the day, after everything, knowing everything's gonna take place, the fear is what moves you. You know, like fuck that, man. I ain't trying to get caught up. I don't want no parts of what the Lord about to do.
Wisdom, beginning of what?
Wisdom.
So you wise to hearken. You know, you wise. You a wise man. You consider being prudent. Why? Because you foresee the evil, and you hide yourself by coming to what? To the truth, man. That's how you hide yourself. Psalm 91. Because without this head, without this protection, it's over with. You know, you bound to design. Go ahead, right?
It says, therefore, you sons of Jacob are not consumed.
Right, and we're not consumed. Why? Because we are doing what please God by our life.
We have an opportunity.
You know what I'm saying?
We have a chance to be saved and delivered.
Hey, we have a change of heart. You know what I'm saying? We have had a change of mind. That's why we can't be consumed to Babylon the Great. Because in order to serve the Lord, you have to have a change of heart. Meaning you have to have a change of mind. You have to become a new creature from the time. All right? You can't act as then the world acts. All right? So therefore, you ain't going to be what consumed. Because it says Micah 2:10, it say what? Arise, ye depart, for what? This is not your rest. But it shall what? It shall what? Destroy you. It's polluted. So you can be consumed in Babylon, man. All right? You can be consumed in the pleasures of this world, and guess what? It'll take you out. All right? But if you hearken and continue in the faith and continue to rehearse the righteous acts, you'll be kept. Because the Lord said He is the power to save you. You know? Go ahead,
It's Sirach 18:1. He that liveth forever created all things in general.
Woo!
The Lord Yahweh only is righteous, and there is none other but He.
See that? And that's beautiful too, because how the kingdom of heaven is going to be set up because the world was made by our sake. But you see how He is a righteous power because He gave all the other nations what? A chance to rule over us. So He's not a false balance. Everything He do, He is justified in his works, in His actions. So here it is, the Lord's going to say, I give Him up a land. And it's going to be forever. But all the other nations had a chance to rule over us. See that? So the Lord is not. You know, it's just this is something to His Son, all right, to rule. You know? Go ahead.
It says, Sirach 18:3, who governeth the world with the palm of His hand.
You see that? Because what? We say what?
Hey, that's God, yes. The Lord controls everything.
So like, the king parts in the hands of the Lord. Yeah. Y'all can hear me out there too? Come on, go ahead, bro. Yeah, that's beautiful. Do that again.
Yeah, this is Sirach 18:3. It says, who governeth the world with the palm of His hand.
Hey, did they not say He got the whole world in His hand? Even though you seen it in church? Yeah. That's the Heavenly Father, you know? Remember, heaven is the throne, earth is His footstool, man. You want to come up? Go ahead, man.
It says, in all things obey His will.
Right, see, all things obey His will.
Yep. That's including us. Because whatever He put in you to do what it say, who shall resist his will? And Romans.
Yeah.
You know, whatever we program to do, whatever the Lord got you set to do, that's what you're going to do.
Not the same though. Satan.
Man, who told you that, brother?
I know what I heard. I heard Satan doing his own thing.
Yeah. No, the Lord got it set what you're going to do. Hey, that's in Job, the 33rd chapter. You know, from the time you wake up, your whole day is orchestrated.
Job 33 and 15.
You can't go your own way.
Exactly. I grab that junk.
Yeah.
I grab it. Yeah, that's good for them. Grab that junk real quick.
Well, that let you know ain't no free will. So if there ain't no free will, shouldn't you submit to the power that has control over what your day-to-day walk and what you're gonna be doing? You know what your mindset is gonna be. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Our people don't know the Lord, man. They really don't.
Say the fear was taught by the precepts of man.
Come on,
We're
man.
going through what? Christianity. You know, you think about, you know, Allah, you know, the Buddha, you know, the conscience. They feel different from what we teach in the scripture.
Yeah.
All right. I got you real quick. Yeah. You're on point. This is Job 33 and 14. For the Most High speaketh once, yea twice, yet man perceiveth not. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep fall upon men and slumber upon the bed. Then he opened their ears, then he opened the ears of men and sealed their instruction.
Right, when you're in that deep sleep, the Lord seal your instruction. He programmed you.
Yep.
You're nothing more than robots, man.
Yep.
Highly intelligent robots, man. Controlled by the Heavenly Father. You know, if somebody, you know, get put to death, you get hit by a car or something, hey, that's all up to the Lord, man. He told you to go that route, to be at this place at this point in time, and that's it.
You know, some people say that though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Man, they're blame, like they say God though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? God was with me.
Yeah.
You know? But they know more than Proverbs 20:24.
Yeah.
Man, going on the Lord, how did a man understand his own way? Alright, because, and then that's why I say it's a different thing to follow him with his power, because the Most High Yahweh, he don't only control the right side, he control the what? The left hand side too, man. See that? So that's the prayer. You know?
That's how we can tell Esau what he gonna do before he do it. Because it's already written and the Lord is in control.
Yeah.
So it's already programmed and planned out how this man is gonna act, the things he's gonna do, and ultimately what the Lord is gonna do. Ain't nothing you can do about it, man. Yeah. You just gotta pray and hope you're on the right side of that judgment, man. You know? You got it.
It said Job 33 and 17, that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man.
Right. Like I know you mentioned this all the time about if Jake was able to do every single thing they wanted to do.
Hey,
they'd be proud as hell.
Proud for some more, but that's why I say why is Abraham actually proud.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because we nothing. All right? We ain't no more vessels the Lord have chosen. You see, that's it. The Lord can get rid of us like what?
Just like that.
Like this, man.
Nothing. So they keep that fear in you.
Damn right.
They know the Lord he don't need none of us, man. I really look back at my life before the truth. I'm like, damn, me? How did I get this? You know what I'm saying? How did I get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding? It's through the mercy of the Lord.
Remember, we subject to the Lord's power. Subject me on the rule, right?
Yeah.
So just imagine when you subject to something you can't do nothing about.
You can't do nothing about it.
You know what I mean? You subject to his will. You do what he says. You know? That's the terror you have about Shema Shah, man.
Yeah. That's the fear. And that alone should put fear in you, man. Hey, because that made me think of that 1 Corinthians, the 9th chapter, where it say, brother, get there real quick. Give it right there. I believe it's 9 and 24, 28. That's in 27.
1 Corinthians 9 and 27. But I keep out of my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself be a castaway.
See, I have preached to others, so you out here preaching and teaching to others, but then the Lord decide, hey, you know what? I don't like them no more. He did his job. He did his purpose. He got others in. I'm done with him. You will be a castaway. That's a scary thing, man. And that's why I pray and hope that the Lord keep the spirit on me to endure through all these things, man. Everything that happens, I'm just trying to make it.
Hey, because when you go to, like I mentioned earlier about King David mindset.
Right.
Psalms 51 and 11. Yeah, come on, let me make my point real quick. When you go into Psalms 51 and 11, it says, well, take not thy Holy Spirit from me. All right, because like you said, Lord, we go to pray for the mercy of God by God. All right, and like Thomas Michael mentioned earlier, it's a constant, all right, constant prayer to the Lord. See that constant praise we have about your shot. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, yo, you step up here so right there, that's good.
Psalm 37 and 23, the steps of a good man are ordered by the Okay, Psalm.
Read it out, you're gonna read it now.
All right, Psalm 37, 23. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, the house, and he delighted in his way.
Right.
24, though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholding him with his hand.
The house side.
Beautiful, bro.
See that? The house side is really the ultimate angel that guided us, man. You know, we say how with you.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, that's all you can really do is hope and pray that, hey, like you mentioned with King David in Psalm 51, that the Lord is with you. He don't take that spirit from you. Because, hey, if he take that spirit off you, you done for, man. You through. You a castaway.
Go ahead,
This is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 1. The preparation of the heart in man and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord.
Right, you see that? So the Most High control all things, man. And that's the power that kill it and make it alive. This the power that we're dealing with.
Right.
This is the supreme power. You know?
A man's heart.
Hold on.
This is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 9. A man's heart deviseth his way.
Right, a man's heart, going back into Job 33, he said to hide pride for man. Because we have many thoughts. We have many thoughts, man. Many of this. Hey, you said what? Man's heart
devises his way.
Right.
But the Lord directs his steps.
Right, but the Lord directs his steps, man. All right, because you are programmed to do the Lord's will.
Yep.
That's why it's not of us. Did he not tell Jeremiah? Before I formed thee, I knew thee.
Yep.
So he already knew that particular seed. I was going to go between this mother, this girl, this dude. They get together, boom, there you go. Same with us, man. Lord willing, we are part of that number. As in the Lord say, what? You have not chosen me, but what? I have chosen you, man.
Yep.
See? So, it's up to you how about Shema Shah at the end of the day. We can't do nothing but hope. You know, faith is the key. You know, but we can't do nothing.
Hey, so with that, hey, Lord willing, this is edifying for the elect. Once again, we're going to turn to the east, give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Kamagosh.
All right, give double honors to the elders and apostles and GMS. Salutations and blessings to the icons around the world, preaching and teaching this truth. You got it, brother.
Abba, Adawamya, Yamya.
Hey, how about Shema Shah, brother Thumb, Shalom.
Shalom.
DTA.
DTA.